Hello people of YouTube, welcome to yet another anime review, and today's anime review, it is going to be a horror anime, and might I ask, this anime is without a doubt the words can describe how epic and awesome this anime was. This anime left me to the edge of my seat every single episode, not knowing what's gonna happen, who done it, why did they do it. The anime I'm talking about is Another. So the story of Another follows this guy named Sakakibara or Kyuichi, I think that's how you say it, or backwards, forward, backwards, how you say the name, whatever. So he attends this school called Yomiyama. Oh, I'm sorry. He goes to this town called Yomiyama and attends this school called Yoiyama North. And he was put into this class that has a huge curse placed on them. The class of the 9th grade class 3, 9-3, and the class is suddenly cursed ever since 26 years ago about this legend about this guy who was basically killed, and everyone thought that he was still alive when basically he wasn't alive. He's dead, and everyone thought that he, treated like he was actually still alive and shit. It was pretty weird. But ever since that day, a huge curse was played, and it's basically about them trying to solve the mystery, what happened 26 years ago, and how to stop this calamity from ever happening again. And that's where basically the whole anime about. So you basically hear about the character Sakakibara, and another character goes by the name of Mei Masaki, and you would see these two basically trying to solve sort of like this little mystery about this calamity on how to stop it and how to finish off this sort of calamity. And that's basically it. That's the entire anime. This anime is, again, without a doubt, an anime that will always leave you to the edge of your seat, not knowing what's going to happen. And this is the anime that had really well-developed characters. I really thought that the characters were well-liked, well-developed, and not, well, the exception of maybe a few characters. Well, then again, I'm just going to say that most characters are real likable. Not all the characters, and I'll get into that once I go to my problems. And I do have a few issues with the anime. The feeling that you don't know what's going to happen is basically how suspenseful this entire anime is. Not you not basically knowing what's going to happen in this anime. It's basically what sets the tone for the entire thing. And I'm not gonna pry or beg to differ, but again, this anime is just without a doubt one of the most unique and most horrific animes that I have ever seen in my entire life. Every character was well developed and well liked, except for maybe a few characters that you could really care less about. But overall, I really did enjoy it. The animation, the sound effects. Jesus Christ, the sound effects were the thing about this anime. Like, every little sound, like, if you were to hear footsteps or something even like this, that would scare the shit out of me, okay? Like, you don't basically know what's going to happen until it actually happens in this anime. And that's what basically, it lives you to your suspense, and you root for these characters. You actually do root for some of these characters to survive this calamity, because basically every month, some person dies in the class, and you don't even know why, because I don't know, sorry, I don't want to give too many spoilers, but, it's just off the wall insane. If I could describe this anime in one word, it's insanity. The divine definition of the word insanity. Not Far Cry 3 definition, another definition. Another. And going into, and let me tell you, the soundtrack of this anime is pretty good. I actually really enjoyed the soundtrack. The soundtrack, it really chilled my spine. Like, again, you not knowing what's going to happen, and the music does it basically for you. Like, the music will, have that whole little suspense theme, and then when it actually happens, I have a little jump scare, a little, oh, what the fuck kind of shit was that? And the music was actually sets the tone, and it actually did this well, perfectly. for a horror anime. Another thing I actually liked about this anime was the animation, of course. The animation was flawless, was superb, and that all of your questions are answered in this anime. It doesn't leave you in suspense. You know, it doesn't leave you to like, oh, what happened? Why isn't this shown? It doesn't. It explains to you everything, and I mean everything. No question was left unanswered in this anime, which that is a great plus. That is a tremendous plus for the fact that you get to finally understand what happened at the end of the anime. Sets the tone for the entire thing, and it was great. I enjoyed the episode. I heavily enjoy this anime, without a doubt. But since you know we're still talking, there are a few problems that I actually did have with this anime, and after just praising it, it goes to the characters, and like I just said. Some of these characters you actually do root for. You do root for some of these characters. You do root for the fact that you want to know what happened in that class 26 years ago. You do want to find out, you know, how to stop this calamity or phenomenon, as they would say. And to basically, you root for these characters, but yet, and keep in mind, some of these characters die. They all die. Like Attack on Titan, they're all dead. Except for, of course, the main characters and shit. Excuse me. Ooh. There we go. You know, so every character dies in this anime. The thing is, you couldn't really care about some of these deaths. I really felt that some of these characters' death wasn't really as memorable. But then again, on how they died was actually the pretty most fucked up thing. I mean, imagine you running down the stairs, you fell, and your umbrella drops, the umbrella opens wide, the fucking tip of the umbrella is still wide open, and all you know is that you're fucking impaled on the fucking umbrella. Like, she falls, umbrella, like the umbrella opens, and I don't want to get into full detail, but yeah, they're pretty gruesome. The anime is really gory. I don't recommend watching this anime if you're not really into gory animes. I can actually handle gory animes pretty well. I have seen a few gory animes and played even a few more gory games. So watching this anime the gore really didn't mind me. But if you're not really into gore, I don't recommend watching this anime. Yes, but going back to what I was saying about you're not really caring about some of these characters. Again, you couldn't really care what happened to them because the characters that died weren't really developed. It only really developed on actual characters. And yes, some of these characters are yet still quite memorable. In fact, there's this one in the OVA. It basically shows basically sort of like the beginning at the end, like I don't know how to explain this. It has an OVA ending about Mei Masaki and her yeah, she's gonna say it anyway. But she had a twin sister, and that shit was insane. I might put like a spoiler warning on the title. So, but basically, the only thing I actually had a problem with the anime was the characters. Like the characters, at sometimes weren't really, and they didn't really stand out as much. And the thing is, some of these characters are just flat out weird. Like, they were either giving themselves the stank eye, or just sat there and didn't do shit, bro. You couldn't really care about any of these characters. I didn't really care about some of these characters at all. Like, oh, that guy, oh, that girl died? Oh, okay, well, I just couldn't care. That's just almost the only problem I can actually have with the anime. Some characters are actually really well developed, really well liked, and had to give props to Greg Herring, and you might be saying to yourself, oh my god, Greg Herring's like the devil, like he shouldn't fucking... Listen, man, he plays a good role as Sakakibara, and I forgot the girl who plays as Mei, but she did an excellent job portraying as Mei Masaki. I really enjoyed the voice acting for the English dub. I actually did see this anime in English dub. And that's all I could basically say. Going on about how great these characters were, really well developed. There's whole episodes dedicated to some of these characters. I really heavily enjoyed it. Had every episode left me to the edge of my seat. This actually probably makes one of my top favorite 20 animes, which is actually really saying something. I really enjoyed this anime, so that's why I'm giving this anime from a scale of 1 through 10 a solid 9. I recommend it heavily. Not only that all your questions are basically answered at the end of the anime, the fact that some of these characters are well liked and well developed, the fact that you actually get a sense of relief on what happens at the end of the anime, the fact that the anime was well thought, well developed, well original, and I really enjoyed this anime heavily. I recommend it highly for those of you horror fanatics. If you're not really into horror, like I said, I do not recommend watching this because it has a lot of gore involved. And that's basically about it. What are your thoughts about another? I enjoyed it. Did you like the gore? Did you hate the gore? Do you not like gory animes at all? Did you find it really suspenseful like I did? Did you have a sense of relief like I did at the end of the anime? And let me know. And tomorrow, I hope to finish Amagami SS, and that should be it. So hopefully, by tomorrow, we'll film a review of Amagami SS. Can't wait to do that review. And then I need your help on thinking of new animes to watch. But we'll get to that at the end of the Amagami SS review, or perhaps I'll even make my own individual video about what anime I should watch. And maybe you guys could actually help me with that thing. Who knows? I do want to be more interactful with you guys, just letting you know. But overall, this is the Crimson Assassin signing out, and tune in tomorrow when I finally film the Amagami SS review, and then hopefully an individual video about what anime I should watch and what anime I'm actually considered watching other than One Piece. I've been on One Piece overdrive for too long. I think it's time to take a break from One Piece. So I'll see you later, guys. Peace.